Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Grille, the Tier 5 German SPG. This one's located on the north-east spawn of Arctic region, otherwise known as Mannheim Line, and it's under the command of 27 Bagpuss. But there's something very special about this Grille. Yep, it's got 3 marks of excellence on the barrel. Game started. Oh, I do believe that's an Irish flag there. 27 Bagpuss must come from the Republic. Okay, Grille, 15cm howitzer mounted on top of a Panzerkampfwagen 38T hull, which, as you know, were built in Pilsen. And he's taking a position right over on the east side of the map, because from here he can actually lob shells down into the heavy alley area. And the Grille's probably one of the perfect Arty to do that, apart from the FV304, simply because it has such a high trajectory that the shells are coming down almost from above. As you can see over on the, well, he's aiming towards the west now, and he can't aim all the way over the far side of the west because it is basically a shortish range Arty. Say from the middle of the map he can hit just about everywhere, but because it does have a rather short range, yeah, I'm afraid he can't hit every spot on the map from the east side of the map. He's aiming now for an M4A1. His first shot stunned the Leopard but didn't do any damage. And he's waiting for the reload to complete. Almost ready. Rounds out straight away. As you can see, it's a 19-second reload, and you can see the impact point was right on the front upper glasses of that M4. You can see it's a yellow mark on a hole where it went in, but it didn't actually penetrate that shot. 228 hit points of actual damage. Oh, and the M4 has now been tracked, so he's picking up damage assist. But that M4's teammates have also arrived, and they're angling to come around the corner, whilst Bagpuss is thinking about either hitting the guys out front or going after the M4A1 again. He fires the guys in front, mainly because, in fact, actually, they were more threatening than the M4A1, but the M4A1 has already been killed by our Valiant. Everyone's trying to side scrape around that corner, and at the moment it's making it very difficult for Bagpuss to get an accurate shot in there, and he hits the rock face with that one. As you can see, the impact, it went to the right. You see, more than any other player on the battlefield, the Arty player is subject to RNG, and shells can go wildly outside the reticule. And that one went to the left. It was aimed at the OI, but it exploded to the left of the OI. But he was damaged, and he was taken out of the game, so he's gone. And that Churchill one has gone balls deep round the corner. He's facing a T-34 and a Valiant at the same time, but there you go. Bagpuss puts a round into the rear of the T-34, and he's now down to, well, less than a third of his hit points left. Meanwhile, we're doing rather well on the west side of the map. The enemy just folded basically on that side, and our guys are pushing for the enemy base. So these guys are going to find out very shortly that yeah, their base has fallen, and yeah, the Leopard's turned around and he's running back. I think he suddenly realised, oops, I think we let them in through the back door. That Valiants, well, the pair of Valiants are just going to sit there duking it out with our Valiant. In fact, there's 2 Valiants on our team on that corner. So one a little further back, but we can't see at the moment. But he's now going to go for, oh no, another Valiant's turned up. Yeah, they're very much in vogue at the moment. Well, everyone was trying to get the A46. So lots of people were playing the Valiant in order to get it. Rounds out. Oh, that was good. Double bubble, because he hit the first one and splashed the Valiant behind. Now, this Arty is capable of doing 540 alpha, and it's got a burst radius of 7 meters, and that other Valiant must have been within the 7-meter burst radius for him to get splashed as well. Rounds out on that Valiant. Oh, kill shot right through the side of the vehicle. No chance of him surviving that. But we've only got 1 guy now down at the pass, and it's that Valiant, and we've got basically 3 Valiants facing him. Well, 2 Valiants and a Panzer Mark IV Aslains H. Meanwhile, the enemy, well, they're about to fall at their cap area, and there goes one of the Valiants, 168. There's only two Arty and a Stug back at their base. The Leopard that went back didn't survive, so he's no longer in the game. And it's now looking increasingly bad for the enemy because they've got 2 tanks at this pass. Meanwhile, they've only got 2 Arty back at their cap area defending their cap, and I think their cap's about to get overrun. So these 2 guys here, if they don't turn around and head straight back to their own cap, they are going to be in a lot of trouble. But seeing as they've got this far, they're probably thinking, let's push on and see if we can get to the enemy cap. That's a bad decision. I'm afraid that, well, one of their Arty just managed to shotgun our DSPZ, but he got taken out by the DSPZ at the same time. So that's a 2 for there. Or they wiped each other out there. They'll get the eye for an eye medal. And that Valiant's just got smacked in the face for 135. Looks like he was tracked, but he's still going, or maybe he lost his driver. You can see the hole right in the front plate of that vehicle. But he's about to get smacked again. And yes, he's not going to last very long. And Bagpuss fires one in and again gets another hit. The guy's tracked. He's not going anywhere for the moment, but he will fix that track before Bagpuss puts another round into the breach. And so he's off moving again, but Bagpuss just adjusts the aim slightly. Here we go. Rounds out. Oh, and before his round arrives, the Valiant is wiped out, which means there are now only 2 enemies remaining. An M41 and that Panzer Mark IV Aslains H, who's suddenly decided, yeah, he probably does need to go back to his camp. Well, there he is. And, well, we've got a bit of reticule bloom there. But before he can shoot, that guy's gone down to a shot from a Stug 3G on our team. And now we're just looking for that M41, who's probably gone down into the southeast corner of the map. And no, in fact, actually, he has gone. Oh, no, they capped out. Sorry. I got it wrong. They capped out at the other end, which is a bit of a waste, really, because there was only 1 RT to go, and he was willing to put up a fight. He didn't drown himself. Good man. He actually stayed around to get some more hit points, but sadly the other guys just wanted to cap out the game. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, first class tanker for 27 Bagpuss in his 3 marked Grille. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. He got 15 down to some very accurate shooting. He also got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game, and of course he was laying those shells in, keeping the enemy held there in position, making it very difficult for them to move any closer. And let's have a look at team score. There you go, right at the top of the table on damage, 2,013 hit points. He was the only player to get over 2,000 hit points of damage. The next high scorer was in fact the Valiant on his own team with 1,802, and after that another Valiant managed 1,236. When it came to kills, it was actually the Panzer Mark IV who managed to get the highest number. He got 3 kills on the enemy team, and then there was a whole bunch of players who managed to get 2 kills, including Bagpuss. And yes, in fact, actually, it was a Stug 3 Aslains, the Valiants, and a DSPZ and a T-34 all got 2 kills each. When it came to base XP, it was one of the Valiants who did that, and I think that was because he was spotting as well. Yes, well, he blocked a lot of damage, but he was also spotting, 618 hit points of spotting, so that's why his hit points, his XP was so much higher. 921 to the other one, and Bagpuss managed to bag 857. He fired 17 rounds, got 9 direct hits, but no penetrations, despite those holes showing in the vehicle. No, that was, I'm afraid, just the way the mod displays an HE hit. 16 splash, damage of 2,013 hit points, all of it done at more than 300 meters. And he damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did 293 hit points of damage assistance, plus 515 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 27,514 credits, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables, took away 12,686 credits. He received 857 XP and took away 1,286 experience points altogether. When you've got 3 marks on your barrel, you obviously know your job. And when it comes to an Arty, a particular Arty, I should say, and certainly Bagpuss shows that he hasn't lost his touch at all with that Arty. It's quite a good one. It's a good Arty to start with, but it's not the best line. Obviously, the American line has the best Arty in the game by far, and it's very much rewarding to actually use the American line. But the Grille is a very good Arty, and I think a lot of people who play the Grille like the accuracy as well as the ability to land a shell virtually on top of an enemy target. So well done, Bagpuss. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. And thanks for watching.